Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. You're probably wondering yourself, Nero, where's the Create class? How am I supposed to mimic the Create class without the Create class being in the video? How does this make any sense? Well guys, we're playing Infected. Yeah, we're playing Infected. There's no Create class here. It's irrelevant. The class is made for you when you join the lobby. It's Infected. And so I love these things, man. If you guys remember last year with Chemstrike Saturday, which was pretty similar to DNA Saturday, except it was in Call of Duty Ghosts and, of course, with Chemstrikes, we did a lot of videos. Some of my favorite ones, and I hate people like this guy. So I hate people like that. Just jump around. I'm a bunny rabbit. Look at me. I hate those guys. Hate them. But some of my favorite ones that we posted up for Chemstrike Saturday, right? Some of the best Chemstrikes for me were the Infected ones. I loved watching the Infected ones just because this is how an Infected Chemstrike or a DNA bomb goes down, right? Initially, it starts off kind of slow. Starts off a little bit slow, just kind of getting about some positioning, kind of wondering, hey, where's everybody at? Things are kind of slow. Maybe that guy's getting more traffic than me, that kind of idea. Then slowly, more and more people start to die, right? Then these people start coming at you a little bit faster, and a little bit faster. And a little bit faster. So eventually you're the last one left and the entire lobby's chasing after you and you alone. And there's so much anarchy. It's like always so clutch. It's always really kind of fun for me anyway to watch Infected DNA bombs as well as Infected Chemstrikes. This one's pretty awesome, man. It's using the EM1, which you guys know, one of my favorite weapons in the game. EM1's so cool. This week we're actually using 2 laser weapons. The last episode of DNA Saturday was actually with the 84, which is a lot weaker in my opinion than the EM1. And this one, of course, is going to be using the EM1. So it's definitely cool. I got like a laser theme this week. Last week we had a sniper theme. I like that. I like how we're able to do these kind of different kinds of themes every single week as compared to just having a bunch of random guns all thrown together. But yeah, as you can see right now, now's a little bit of that downtime. Now's a little bit of that time where it's like, hey, where is everybody? Someone else getting all the kills? What's going on here? Where's everybody at? But eventually, his teammates are all going to start slowly becoming infected, and they're all going to start slowly coming after him until eventually it's complete anarchy where he's just fighting after everybody, which is just, it's so much fun, man. It's so much fun. Truth be told, I haven't actually played Infected yet in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Can you believe that? I actually haven't played it. I used to love Infected. I used to love playing it so much, but here's the thing. When they first brought Infected, who remembers this? When they first brought Infected into the Call of Duty series, it was during Modern Warfare 3, and I remember when they first brought it in, the Infected didn't have throwing knives. They didn't. They didn't have tomahawks, throwing knives, whatever you want to call it. They didn't have that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine them not being able to have that anymore? So basically, we were able to, everybody got the Chemstrikes, or I guess they're called Moabs in that game, right? Everybody did. It was so easy. We just kind of sat there shooting fish in a barrel. All you had to do was like get on like an elevated thing, like on top of a truck or something, and they couldn't get you. They would all just funnel in like a single file line to try and get up this truck, and you would just shoot fish in a barrel with like a shotgun or something like that. And it was definitely a whole lot of fun. Then they nerfed that, of course. They ended up giving the Infected throwing knives to make it a little bit more competitive. And since then, I was always like, this is still kind of fun. But man, I never end up going on like another Moab streak or a DNA streak or a Chemstrike streak or anything like that. I never actually got like any big kill streak like that after they added the throwing knives. Beforehand, it was like, this is the easiest thing in the world. I might as well be playing bots. But after they implemented that update, and of course that update stayed true throughout Call of Duty Ghosts and of course Advanced Warfare, where the Infected of course have a form of a ranged attack. Ever since then, I was never able to actually go on a super high kill streak. I always end up getting like randomly throwing knives somehow, and it's always like, it's always like really aggravating. And so usually I don't end up playing it, but I love watching it. I love watching it just because it's like, man, that's awesome to watch. It's somebody was able to actually, get that lobby, be able to get in there and be able to dodge all the things being thrown at him and just have everything work out well for him. I thought that was cool, and as well as I just really enjoy watching EM1 gameplay. So you may be wondering, on this map, does the other half of the map actually open when you're playing Infected? And the answer is yes. And here it comes right now, actually. It actually does, and it starts to become pretty freaking, it becomes pretty hectic rather quickly as the rest of his teammates start to die off. If you look up there at the mini-map, there's really nobody else besides him as well as one other person. And here's a spoiler that one other person does not actually end up living very long, so everybody comes for him. What's kind of interesting is he does a pretty good strategy here, right? I like to try and break down the Infected gameplay a little bit. What he does here is he goes out here to the helipad, which is probably the most open area, which is really what you kind of want when you're playing Infected. You want the opposite if you're playing something like Domination or playing something like Kill Confirmed, like a respawn game mode or whatever. You definitely don't want to be like completely completely out in the open. But when you're playing infected like this, especially when you're the last one alive, that's what you really want, because you want to be able to see all the infected from wherever they may be trying to come at you from. So if they're going to try and come from down there where he's shooting at right now, and they're going to try and jump up, he wants to be able to see that. If they're going to be coming from the side or just straight down the helipad itself, he wants to be able to see all of that. So what he's doing is he's basically bunny jumping all around so he can see whether or not people are down there in that little grassy knoll, that little field where the B flag is in Domination. He wants to be able to see that and whether or not they're going to be coming at him. And so because of that, he's able to try and take out these people. He's able to see where they're coming from. And as a result of that, he's able to actually go ahead and pick up his DNA bomb, which I thought was pretty cool. Now he's going to continue bunny jumping. Once again, you'll make sure nobody's coming from the grass, make sure nobody's coming from the long way. It just gives him basically the longest lines of sight humanly possible, which is definitely pretty nice. He ends up actually getting the DNA bomb, calling it in. And we're actually not, usually we skip ahead to the end of the gameplay. We're actually just going to go ahead because the gameplay doesn't have that much more length on it. And he actually just continues on killing people for a little bit, which is kind of fun as we watch him bunny jump around, which gotta say, man, bunny jumping in Advanced Warfare. That's one of the things about Gun Game, the video I talked about yesterday when I was talking about Gun Game. That's one of the reasons I can't really get into Gun Game in Advanced Warfare, is when you see somebody, they start doing what he's doing. And it just makes it, it's aggravating. You don't see that for whatever reason in normal game modes, but when you start playing the party modes, like you start playing Infected, you start playing stuff like Gun Game even, or maybe even One Shot, just everybody just starts double jumping everywhere. And it's like, stop, I'm not playing Halo. It's kind of really annoying, but regardless, he ends up getting shot from the side right there. Eventually it was going to happen. We knew it had to happen. Eventually ends up getting dying from the side right there. But regardless, it was awesome to see that gameplay. Ends up getting just so many, just a ridiculous amount of kills. Ends up using the EM1, which I thought was definitely pretty nice. And just overall, I thought it was a very good, nice overall episode of DNA Saturday, as well as it's the first infected episode of DNA Saturday to actually be featured. So that's kind of cool as well. There we see the final score: 42 kills in infected, ladies and gentlemen. 42 kills, which is kind of nuts, I gotta say. Kind of nuts. That's a lot of kills to get. That's definitely a whole lot of kills to get, because especially considering the next person had maybe 10, which is kind of funny. But regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. If you guys would like to submit your DNA bombs for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, or watch the video that's on your screen right now. That's all I really gotta do. There's an annotation you can click, as well as there's a link to it down in the video description. I'll take you to it. Be sure to go watch that video. It tells you everything you need to know about submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. If you guys like to go ahead and check out Mr. Wheezy Peasy, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wheezy Peasy. That is an interesting name. It's a name I definitely remember. I remember you, Mr. Wheezy Peasy. Did you know that? I remember you. You were featured last year during Call of Duty Ghost, and the reason I know that is because I remember the name Wheezy Peasy. It's a unique name. What can I say? It's a very unique name that you don't necessarily forget very, very quickly. So you want to check out his YouTube channel. You can find him over at youtube.com/WheezyPeasy, and over there he posts Call of Duty. Just not a lot. It saddens me that I have to say this in this video. It really kind of does. But here on DNA Saturday, it's about the subscriber. It's about the person that sent in the gameplay, and of course, we talk about the gameplay, and we showed off how fun it is, and break down the gameplay, and you guys get an entertaining gameplay to watch. And then we talk about the person's channel, and hopefully you guys go there, check out their channel, watch some of their videos, maybe subscribe to them even. That's kind of the whole thing of it. But it's really kind of hard when somebody that's featured, and this happens a lot, when you're trying to talk up their channel, but they've uploaded 2 videos in the past month, right? And one of them was in a private match. So it's like, man, I want to talk you up, Wheezy. I do. I want to talk you up, but man, you posted 2 videos in the past month. Man, you gotta try harder. You gotta try harder. You can't just expect to be featured on DNA Saturday and have people like, oh boy, we're all gonna automatically subscribe. You have to actually have stuff over on your channel, man. You have stuff over there on your channel. But I can't tell you what Wheezy Peasy does over on his YouTube channel, what videos he does have up. So over there, he does have some different videos, including Advanced Warfare sniper montages, which are pretty good sniper montages, I might add. He has supply drop openings. He has some Destiny Warlock stuff, and he has some select over other videos. But for the most part, he hasn't really been uploading a ton. So maybe this video, maybe this is what we can do here. Maybe if you guys were to go over to his YouTube channel, once again, youtube.com/WheezyPeasy, you guys go ahead and check him out. And then perhaps if he realizes that the video that's like the main video that always plays on his channel, maybe if that video gets a bunch of views from people going over there and checking it out, maybe that would motivate him to start posting up some more videos here, and he can really get his channel going. I want the best for everybody that's featured here on my channel. It's featured here in DNA Saturday and all the other series we've done over the years, like Chem Strike Saturday and Moab Monday, Moab Price, stuff like that. I want the best for all these channels, so hopefully that will give him the motivation he needs to go ahead and start posting some more videos and really kick off his YouTube channel, because once again, I wish the best for everybody. So I hope you guys will enjoy this week's episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.